Question 3. What have you learned from your audience feedback? After showing our final draft one last time, we decided to ask questions and record the feedback with our phones to then reflect and help improve our final piece. Here is the feedback we received.
So, what did you think of our film poster? Rosanna first.
Looks good. Looks like a sort of horror thriller type thing.
Yeah, that's good.
I think it's quite ambiguous, like you can't really tell what the whole storyline is, but that kind of intrigues me, so I want to know more, so it's good.
The colour scheme was good.
Yeah.
Just like two
like
or
basic
three
colours.
main colours. It was quite striking.
Yeah.
Do you have a tagline on your poster?
Yeah, I think we do.
I think it's a bit too
it's a bit too small.
You can't really read it, can you?
Yeah, I think the font.
No, stop the time. Don't worry about the time.
And use the guide. I think the font needs to be changed.
There's something weird
So then it's like readable.
Yeah, I think the tagline and
the
could be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I can't read that.
Can you zoom into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely does something about the house. Who knows?
Is it more like a horror then?
That's what we're saying.
Because I was gonna say, because it's very
Not
like.
really.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
because your drafts didn't look like
Yeah.
your drafts didn't look like horror.
Also, you have the same storyline.
Yeah.
I think Dominique's onto something though. It does look really, really good, but that's
It's not a horror film.
no. I think it's the tagline. It's not right.
Oh, right.
It's too small.
The words aren't right.
Yeah, it's too generic.
Yeah,
Like-
something that needs work.
And the font needs changing. But
Anyway,
like the
keep
pictures.
with your sweep. I like your sweep. What about long?
I was just, is there a title? Like of the, I know it's House 36, but does it say house anywhere?
like with this.
We're thinking about the title once we finish the film.
okay.
Oh, I thought it was 36.
Yeah, I
I
thought
thought it was 36. I kind of like it. I like how it's very like, you don't know what's going
I think
on.
House 36 is a good title.
Yeah.
It's kind of like really implicit in like the image.
It's worked well as a minimalist like teaser poster, but do you have any other posters aside from those?
What like it's very vague. It's just simple.
I mean, yeah, but that's okay for like a teaser poster.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Do you have any character posted?
I prefer that when people saying, "Oh, it looks really
But it
nice."
seems like the posters are more about the house rather than the actual like film. Like,
Am
The
I
biggest part of the film is the house.
Yeah.
The house
But
is
is
big.
But
the
like-
house like haunted or anything?
Yeah, is the house
Yeah.
haunted in your film?
No, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
We're changing quite a lot of our
Yeah.
film because it doesn't really make sense. There's not something clear.
It's not that the house is
So
haunted,
plan
it's
change
what
the
goes
part
inside.
I think,
storage
yeah.
is postable sort of like represent that.
Yeah, because the poster makes it seem like the house is like
But
haunted.
you see
Yeah.
how that previous draft is couldn't really like link the posters.
No, but listen, I'll tell you what you want to be doing now. Remember, you're recording all this still, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the theory about different readings? Thank you. Remember, theory of preferred reading? Who came up with that? Stuart Hall. So, theory of preferred reading, Stuart Hall. You have the opposition negotiates the dominant reading. If Dominique says it's about a haunted house, is that occupying, is she correct taking up the dominant reading? Is she taking up an oppositional reading? Or is she taking up a negotiated reading? Or, as Umberto Eco calls it, is it an aberrant reading? Aberrant, which means like you're kind of wrong. So what reading is Dominique taking?
Aberrant.
She's got it wrong, it's not
That's
haunted
what-
house.
The way our posters like portray it, it looks like the house is.
I know it's not.
So maybe like it's more the house than the people.
Yeah.
So Miguel, are you sure if this guy keeps coming back to life every day, isn't that some ghosty thing? So therefore it is haunted?
But like,
But how is that haunted?
Well,
what do you mean?
haunted is about
What
people
you
coming
say
back from the
there
dead.
is suggesting it's haunted, yes, because like if you think about it, it is.
So-
But we're trying to change.
Yeah, well,
So what I'm suggesting to you is Dominique got the dominant reading and you're the ones who haven't got the clear reading.
She has a dominant reading because isn't what she's saying sort of.
Makes sense?
Yeah,
That's true.
Because
Yeah.
it does sort of look like a horror film.
but another reason
Like the
why.
first one we did, it had like green lights coming out the window, and why there was green lights coming out the window.
I think another reason why it looks like a horror as well is because you can see
Yeah,
it's like a red font and it's black, so
And he's
what
got
would
blood on the
you...
floor.
Yeah, it emphasises the blood, and that emphasises...
Can I ask the whole group, what kind of reading have I got, do you think? Like, I'm thinking, in that house, they're cutting up bodies and hiding them under the stairs. Where am I on that? Is that right? Is that a dominant? Or am I way off?
If you agreed with it or not, or like...
Well, from what you're seeing, it's right.
But it's
like it's completely different to what we're actually
Well, the
showing.
tricky thing is they don't know what it should be. So that's where we're starting in this context. I'm not sure they're clear on what we should be reading. I think Dominic's right that it looks like a haunted house. I think their film is about a haunted house. I'm sure I've seen films that market themselves around that, where basically there's some weird bloke in there who's chopping people up and hiding under the floorboards. Am I on a dominant? Am I reading that image right? Or am I way off? Am I oppositional? Am I reading it because it's from a different
it's
film?
partly our fault.
Or am I wrong because it's...
No, you're reading it right, but in our... What the film's actually about is totally different. But
Yeah.
The reason why we're struggling to sort
It
of...
does look a lot darker here than...
About
would
the
normally
house
be...
Yeah.
or
Like what's
what,
on with
or
the
the
scenes
guy?
Yeah.
Is the emphasis on the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything goes
The
right.
thing is, though, we're sort of a bit lost when it comes to our short film at the moment anyway.
Yeah.
Which is why it's hard for us to explain these posters, we don't really know where it's going yet.
Yeah, I
So
think
that's why we're struggling to explain it
Hey,
out, actually.
brilliantly put, which is why you're doing this, which is helping you develop.
Yeah, it's not
Absolutely
just-
spot on.
I think if we were to start recording our film and actually used a few clips from it, we'd have a better understanding of what to use as a front cover. But because we haven't actually started doing the recording properly for this particular film idea, we've kind of got a bit of the wrong end of the stick.
Yeah. And
You get me?
I think,
Yeah.
and I think what all I'm trying to say is I think you can link that into the theory of preferred reading.
Yeah.
Because I think what that does is, if you are selling a product, I think it's important that message sent is message received. And what we are really identifying this communication model is that the message sent is not, you're not quite clear what it is you're sending, but we're definitely picking up some clear bits and pieces.
Yeah, I get
So
it.
that's about understanding audience, the importance of audience, how audiences interact with institutions.
Formative feedback. We received a wide range of feedback after presenting our drafts. It was clear due to the fact it was mentioned after every showing of our draft that our audience was struggling to understand the plot to our short film. Our classmates understood the whole concept of the time loops, but didn't understand why the loops were occurring in the first place.
So after finishing our first draft, we decided to ask our viewers to fill in a small survey and answer some questions in order to just help us with our work for the following draft. And our target audience was for people aged between 16 to 20, but we know that due to complexity of the storyline, that the real age group which may end up watching it may be mostly middle to upper class society, such as doctors, business owners, dentists and so on, who are aged 30 to around 65. We believe these people will be more likely to watch a short film since they will be more willing to watch a film which is slightly confusing and requires a bit of thinking to understand. A teenager would much rather simply go to the cinema and watch an action film where the story is completely straightforward. With that in mind, we still decided to only question people aged 16 to 20 for our short film, since that is the fact of our target audience. Below, we have pie charts which we created in relation to the answers of the survey, which I hope give you a better understanding.
After evaluating our various drafts, we had a discussion as a group and decided to scrap our previous idea and start afresh with all the knowledge we had acquired through group discussions. We felt as if starting again, knowing what to include and how to film the footage for the short film would be easier and quicker than going back to the original short film.